Welcome to Battle of the Bible Boys, Season 6, Mid-Season Ranking. Today I'm joined by Isaac Bowen. Oh wait, not Isaac. Who is this? Who are you?
I am Robbie, Isaac's little brother.
All
So,
right. We got Robbie Bowen subbing in for his older brother, who unfortunately is on injured reserve.
yeah, pretty much.
Robbie, this is your first season playing fantasy football?
Well, I did do a small season last year. I didn't pay like any attention to it. I just remember picking up Puka off of waivers. My brother told me to pick up Zay Flowers and Puka at like the beginning, and then he put them on my starting lineup, and I never touched it ever again. And I was like the second in my league because I had like Josh Allen and a couple other people that just exploded. Not Christian McCaffrey, surprisingly, with how well my team did without me managing it at all. But um, that doesn't really count as much experience, really, because I didn't do anything with it. I did not manage the team, and it succeeded way too well.
Well, very cool. Glad that you're joining this year. It's been a real pleasure having you. And you've gotten so deep into it that we've even trusted you to give your professional opinion on how the rest of the season is going to go. So that's how we're going to start off. First, though, before we get into the mid-season rankings, we're going to play a little game. So, Robbie,
Okay.
I have put together what I think are some of the biggest trades that have gone through in our league so far this year. And I would like us both to comment on who we think won the trade. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
All right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. First off, we have a trade between you and Kaylee Bowen. You gave away Brian Robinson and Chase Brown, and in return got the first round pick, Brees Hall. Who do you think won the trade?
So, okay, this one's a little weird for me. This is like a weird take on my part,
Mhm.
but I mean, I think that there's a lot of name value in Brees Hall, and that's what I was wanting with my team is to have more star power, more ceiling.
Mhm.
Um, but that's the funny thing is that Chase Brown has been like amazing
Yeah,
as far
it was
for like not
unexpected.
being like way too unexpected. Like I was like, okay, he's gonna be like the new running back on that team, but he's gonna do what Zach Moss did before he was good. So like Zach Moss had like a 13-point game or something like that. It wasn't that big, but he's gotten like 20-point games. There's you have it there, 17-point game, 22-point game, 14-point game. He's been
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, I think ultimately I will still win the trade because Brees Hall has the third best running back schedule. And
Mhm.
that in a star player is like, especially for playoffs, like the playoff schedule is great. It's
Mhm.
amazing.
It's true.
And I'm really excited about that. So I think I'm being a little too hasty. It's very difficult to say. Because I think on Brian Robinson, I think I traded him away at the right time because a lot of people said, okay, he's doing really good. But I kind of learned he has a high floor of like around 10 points. It seems like he never broke that. He did break that recently at 8, but he's been gone for a couple games. But he's been pretty good, pretty solid. I don't feel great about him in recent times though. Like I think he's dropped off a little bit and Chase Brown has gone way up in value and what he's doing. I mean, like people I think undervalue Chase Brown right now. I still think I probably won the trade, but not by as much as I started to think I did. Like Brees Hall is still, like I was checking it. I think he was like the number 4 running back last year. He was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say I'm pretty happy about that trade, except for some of the recent results. Like he played New England a couple like 2 weeks ago or so, and he had the exact same result as playing Houston, and Houston has the number 1 run defense. I don't understand how you can get the same result with the Patriots and it's just like a different day. Like I'm starting to get the experience having Kyler Murray as my quarterback that sometimes players just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and decide to give you a horrible fantasy, you know?
I hear you. I hear
Like,
you.
so yeah, I still feel like I probably won the trade, but it's a lot closer than most people would think. Most people would say I just completely robbed Kaylee, and I don't think that's quite true.
Respectfully to Kaylee, I think you robbed Kaylee. I would say you won the trade. I told her I was upset at her. Brees Hall underperformed to start the year because the Jets have been not coordinated. But yeah, he's got a great schedule. He should be winning a lot of those games, and you've got probably the most desirable running back in the league for the final stretch of the year. So
Yeah.
it doesn't look as good at the moment, but I can't see Chase
Mhm.
Brown continuing this, and Brian Robinson
Yeah.
got injured. So good job.
Is he like? I didn't know the status on him. Is he
He-
like out or
He's out this week. Yeah.
so like
Plus-
this week? But is he out like indefinitely? Does he have like some big injury
No,
that's going to
he's
keep
not out,
lingering?
not indefinitely, but
Okay. I
Let-
mean, he's had some injury problems. Oh, that one.
let's keep moving. Let's try to get to the
Okay.
rankings sooner than later.
Yeah, I'm talking a little too
No,
much.
no, you're okay. I love it.
Okay.
Trade between What the Dickens and Jonathan Jensen. What the Dickens traded away Tank Dell, the only standing receiver on the Houston Texans remaining, for a surprise stud running back Tyrone Tracy and 10 smackaroos. Who won the trade?
So I really like, again, I feel like people undervalue a lot of lower running backs that actually have like really good potential. I really like Tyrone Tracy for the rest of the season. Like he's completely overshadowed Devin Singletary in the like main lead running back role on his team. And
Yeah.
it was kind of funny how John felt like he had to add like 10 waiver wire bucks to that deal. And Tank Dell has been, you know, very iffy. Like he's had 1 0-point game when people were like, "Oh, he's the top wide receiver right now," and then he had a 15-point game, right? And that was with no other wide receivers on the team. And then like this week or maybe next week, if John is lucky, Tank Dell is going to get Nico Collins back. And I don't know. I feel like
Nico Collins
he's
is coming back this week.
officially.
Yep, this week.
Huh. Okay, yeah. So if that's the case, I don't have much confidence in Tank Dell. Like there are some teams where you can kind of run with 2 decent wide receivers, like the Rams, for instance, with Puka and Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Tank Dell isn't that kind of wide receiver. He's not gonna. Nico Collins is gonna be that alpha wide receiver for the Texans. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
But I don't think I value Tank Dell that much. He's kind of like a background player. He could be very good, but like I feel like people got a little excited about him last year because he had like a 2 or 3 game stretch where he was doing really good. But then the rest of the season he
I was
wasn't.
one of them, man. He was looking so good. Like he was dodging tackles and totally breaking out, and people did get excited. I'm one of them, but
Yeah.
Nico's totally taken over this year.
Yeah, Nico has gone crazy. And then, I mean, okay, I can't say and now they have Stephon Diggs because Stephon Diggs is just gone.
He's gone. He's gone for good.
For
But
good.
Tyrone Tracy's been kind of a surprise, though.
Yeah, I really like that pick. I think like everybody underestimates Washington right now. They're always like, this is a smash spot for every player. And then it's just a doom for, I don't know, something for every player that they're like, oh, this is going to be a fantastic game for this player. It should be no questions asked. I mean, Washington has been great this year. Like with Jaden Daniels, he's completely, rebuilt that team. So I think Tyrone Tracy is great. I think Isaac completely won that trade.
Won the trade.
what
All
the dick-
right. What the dick? Yeah, Isaac. We all know who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Really, only people watching this are going to be in the league and will know us. So,
Yeah.
okay. 2 more. Steven, R. James Wilson traded away Dak Prescott for Patrick Mahomes from Kaylee Bowen, who won the trade.
So immediately I thought, okay, Dak is.
Oh, wait.
out
sorry,
to.
I didn't say who won this one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think Isaac won. All right.
yeah. um, I think immediately I thought Dak is gonna be better. Patrick has been horrible for fantasy purposes. He's still a great quarterback in real life, but then Dak got injured, and I mean they're just having a
Man.
hard time on that Cowboys team. Last year it was great. This year it's felt very almost uncoordinated. Like CeeDee Lamb was like one of the top choices, and he hasn't been bad by all means. He's still been a decent wide receiver, but he's not been great, and neither is Dak. I think the thing is Patrick hasn't been good at all, but the fun part is they just got DeAndre Hopkins. And I might be having some recency bias, but after seeing that Tampa Bay game with the Chiefs where Patrick got 30 points, I feel like the big change for them was having DeAndre Hopkins because he scored like 24 points. And
Maybe. Yeah.
Patrick scored 30. So, I mean, Mahomes.
It's good to
But
see that. Yeah.
I think, I can't say for sure, but I actually like Patrick Mahomes coming out of this deal. Now, at the same time, Steven has Jalen Hurts. So, like, maybe
This is a backup.
maybe when
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts has a bye week, but, like, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference for him. But at the same time, for Kaylee, having Dak Prescott as, like, a main quarterback, being on IR and having kind of an uncoordinated team is kind of rough. I think Steven won the trade. I mean, Jared Goff has been great, so she'll probably be fine.
I wouldn't say. I mean, maybe.
Great might be an over-exaggeration.
Yeah, I would say before Dak Prescott got injured, I'm liking Prescott more, but
Yeah.
that's just unfortunate. Obviously, Steven just got to avoid the injury and has Patrick Mahomes on his bench. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, he had Dak Prescott on his bench before. That seemed really cool at
That was
the
also
time as
really
well. I was
cool.
like, looking back at the draft, I'm like, how did we let Steven get away with this?
Oh,
He has George Kittle, Justin Jefferson, and Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry, we didn't know was going to be that explosive.
Oh, I know.
Nor
Hindsight's
did-
2020. It's funny. You look back at the draft, and it always happens.
I'm just like, I just realized my first two picks could have been Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry instead of Kyler Murray.
We were all young and foolish back then. Final one, Robbie.
Okay.
Our trade. I got Brock Bowers. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Tucker Kraft. Who won the trade?
I won the trade. I love Brock Bowers. Like, he was amazing, and like I had to the trade, honestly, I think the trade you offered me before that might have honestly been a better trade on my side, but I was like, I had too much emotional attachment to Brock Bowers. I was like thinking in my mind, if I lose like my favorite player who's been great for me this year, unlike the rest of my team, then I've got to get the like player that you're attached to, which, it felt like it was like, okay, that's why I nicknamed Amon-Ra St. Brown the round 8 stars, because I drafted Brock Bowers in round 8.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, and of course Tucker Kraft wasn't a huge part of the equation for me, really, but like, he's still not been a bad tight end. He's been like the tight end 4 on the season as far as I'm aware. I mean, something might have happened since then, but because he did have that 5-point game, but like for the games I've had him, he got 10 points and 15 points. And that's pretty satisfactory for a tight end. I mean, like, it's not Brock Bowers where, like, I just remember, like, just the games had just started and I looked at my phone or maybe it was my computer, and Bowers had already scored like 13 points. And I was like, the game's been on for 5 minutes. What happened? And that was just like the moment I realized, okay, that was probably my best pick in the draft. And like, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown is just a great wide receiver. I mean, like, his kind of thing is like, people draft him for his consistency. He hasn't had quite as much consistency as people had hoped for, but he's still been good.
Mm-hmm.
Like 17 points, 17 points, 19 points, 20 points, 15 points. He's had that 3-point game and 7-point game, but otherwise he's been great, right? He's still a good wide receiver. And my team was badly in need of a wide receiver. There was a week where I had to start Wandale Robinson,
Mm-hmm.
and that was very painful. And having that was like, okay, I used to be the awesome tight end person with Dalton Kincaid and Brock Bowers, but now I'm not that anymore. Actually, with a very recent trade, I might have some nice tight end advantages. With
Or some tight end trapdoors.
Yeah, a lot of tight end problems this year. Also, I seriously thought Gesicki was going to have another huge game, and I was very sad.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for you. Jamar Chase took all the points.
What happened to Gesicki being the top tight end on? Everybody was like, "Oh, but that rookie tight end on the Bengals got a season-ending injury. He's gonna have." It's like, "Oh, but there's this other tight end that nobody ever cared about until now."
Welcome to fantasy.
It's like his revenge story. Tanner Hudson comes back.
So you believe you won the trade?
Yeah.
Okay. I think out of context, yeah, you probably won the trade. But my team's in a great spot. I think I overall improved my roster by having him. If Brian Thomas didn't get injured and Trevor Lawrence didn't get injured, I was kind of banking on him being probably just about as good or better than Amon-Ra, unexpectedly. And Terry McLaurin has been nothing but reliable, so I feel like I'm okay taking a little bit of a hit at wide receiver and getting a tight end that I can actually rely on.
I mean, that's the funny part is like a lot of the weeks that since you've had Bowers, Mark Andrews has not performed, but like outscored Bowers fantasy wise.
I know,
which has been very painful.
It's fine. I'm glad I have two good tight ends. It's not a bad problem to have. But see, this is what makes a trade good: is when both teams feel like their team got better.
Yeah.
That's how you get it done.
I needed that wide receiver, and now I've got Puka back, so it should ideally be good as long as Puka doesn't decide to punch another person. But
ideally.
Ideally, I mean, we can't bank on that.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and let's get started with the rankings here.
Okay.
Where do you have Return of the Bookshelf? So we'll name where we put them, and then we'll talk about the team.
This is probably one of my weirdest takes on the season. I have Return of the Bookshelf at the 3rd position on the ranks.
Okay. All right, I have him at number 2. So we both have him finishing extremely high. But tell me, why does he fall out of first place? What do we got?
He has some rough buys in the next coming weeks. And I mean, like, Derrick Henry has a bye when he's playing me. I don't have any buys that week. Derrick Henry has been an absolute beast.
He has.
I mean, I don't know. And then, like, looking at, I kind of get a little too deep into it, but I also look at, like, what teams the players that are statistically really good are playing on those weeks. And, like, for instance, Justin Jefferson has been a great wide receiver, right? But he's also not scoring super high for people on fantasy. He's scoring really good wide receiver numbers, but not, like, overly high. Like, you could make an argument that having Amon-Ra St. Brown and Justin Jefferson are very similar things in fantasy right now. They're scoring very similarly. They're both getting 17.
Justin Jefferson never gets targeted twice.
Yeah. It's just hard. I mean, he plays really well. Obviously, you can always say Justin Jefferson is the clear-cut, probably best wide receiver in football, but that doesn't always translate to fantasy as well. Like, he's still, like, a very fair round 1 pick. I can never, like, but, that's been hard. Then Kittle has been terrifying. that's just scary that he's gotten very consistently like 20-point games. It's just terrifying. Um, and also the last thing with his team that I kind of am a little off about is, like the quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, running back, all fantastic players, but the flex positions are very questionable. And I don't know, you could make an argument you really don't need good flex positions if you have George Kittle and Derrick Henry and Jalen Hurts, but I don't know. It depends. And also, Jalen Hurts has been great, but he hasn't been completely explosive unless he has those smash spot ones. People were expecting him to be that really solid, and he was really solid at the beginning of the year. He just wasn't overly high scoring. He wasn't ever disappointing you. Like that 22. I mean, he had that 11-point game, 18 points, 25 points, 24 points.
Now he's
He's
popping
been
off. Yeah.
now he's popping off those last two. But if you look at them at Cincinnati and Jacksonville,
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati games are usually high scoring. Like if you saw last night, Joe Burrow scored 41 points and Lamar Jackson scored 40 points. Both of them, unless they're playing against a defense that really likes to stop that from happening. And I didn't seem like the Eagles were doing that as much. I don't remember what happened on the Cincinnati side of the ball, but he's been very good, but he's not going to, unless he's playing Jacksonville like he did with that 37-point game, he's not going to just completely blow up,
For sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, putting Devin Singletary and is it Josh Palmer? I don't know that player.
Yeah, that's a sketchy play, I think.
Yeah, that's just really sad to have to put those players in your flex. And of course that's because DK Metcalf and Najee Harris are, Najee Harris he doesn't have a bye.
No,
he just hasn't put him in yet.
He and Kittle are on the bench right now.
Yeah,
Kittle's on the bench.
He's not checking it up. That's also a slight disadvantage. I remember Isaac was telling me he had Kaylee send that trade out for Dak Prescott 3 weeks before it got confirmed. It took a while for Steven to respond to that one. And I don't know, there are certain things. I think hypothetically his team could be the best, but he's not a very active manager. And he has been in some ways the best player. His team has been scary. I don't know. I'd say probably maybe it deserves higher than I put it, but yeah, I'd say it's the third best. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you. I see the thing about our format is we designed it to be it's very reliant on having the top players, because you only start 6 people. If we were starting 8 or 9, it'd be a little different, but the fact that he's got Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, and George Kittle, he's got basically the top 1 to 3 at all 4 positions. Oh, yeah. I was kind of laughing to myself when you were talking about Justin Jefferson, because I'm like, what do you want, dude? He's the number 2 wide receiver on the year. He's got the second most points out of everybody. The only one better is Jamar Chase, by a wide margin, of course. He's already played his game this week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jamar Chase is a very explosive player, and Justin Jefferson is a little bit more consistent. So Jamar Chase has had a couple of down games, and Justin Jefferson has not had a single down game.
No.
He's been great. And that's what I mean by it is, he's not, Steven is a consistent scorer, but he's, I guess, he's just not gonna be, he's the star wide receiver that's not gonna get you past maybe 30 points or so. 30 points would be incredible to see from Justin Jefferson, and he can do it. He's shown he can do it, but it's also hard. Some of the things their team is facing, like having Sam Darnold, who's actually been way better than people thought.
Oh yeah,
as a quarterback, I think he's still going to be the top, one of the top biggest wide receivers, but you're kind of getting out of Justin Jefferson what people wanted to get out of Amon-Ra St. Brown more, having Justin Jefferson was supposed to be more like having a floor of 20 points and having like some explosive games where he's like the Christian McCaffrey of wide receivers. And he's been more of the consistent 20-point scorer that Amon-Ra St. Brown is, which I enjoy that a lot.
Totally hear you. Yeah, I would second what you said. Like, yeah, I do have a trade, Steven. I love you. It's been out for about 3 or 4 weeks now. And he's got George Kittle, the number 1 tight end, on the bench here. So I imagine he'll get it back in. The thing is that Steven he's a man. He's a working man. He's got a family. Yeah. He's got higher priorities than fantasy football, darn it. And I respect him for it. Totally respect him for it. But it does decrease his chances slightly at winning this. I also know he's got 3 boys who are helping him actively try to win this game.
Oh yeah.
Last year they helped him draft, and I bet that if he's making a playoff run, he's going to be much more honed in. If DK Metcalf comes back from injury, that's going to help him a lot too. Otherwise, his bottom 2 players do tend to be a little sketchy, I think.
I mean, like, that's
final
the thing
comment.
For me.
Then we got to keep moving on with these.
Okay, yeah.
No, final comment. Then we got to move on with these.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the top 3 teams for me are kind of somewhat interchangeable. Like any of them could easily win.
Oh, of course.
So yeah.
If you can get to playoffs, all you have to do is get lucky, and you can win. I was the 5th place team, and I never had really a ceiling game in playoffs at all. I got 3. All 3 of the other teams were having kind of floor games. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I definitely like Steven's team not to have a floor game. All right. Not a tame lion. Number 2 team on the season. Where do you got him ranked, Robbie?
I've got you ranked as number 2.
Oh,
right now.
I'm taking the humble route, and I'm putting myself number 1. I don't even care. I'm not even going to care about jinxing myself. I'm calling my shot. I'm going for a back-to-back title, baby. This has been a fun season for me. Probably the most enjoyable Battle of the Bible Boys I've ever had, just being one of the top teams. It's literally never been that way for me. Lamar Jackson. I keep thinking it's going to fall. The ceiling's going to go away, but it doesn't. I'm just riding it. I'm not, don't look a gift horse in the mouth,
Yeah.
Devon Achan's coming back, and he's like the centerpiece of the offense. I got Brock Bowers. There's no other tight end I'd honestly want in that spot. I don't know. I've just got a lot of hopeful upside on my bench. Like, things are good.
Oh, yeah.
Things are great. I have plenty of resources and backups. So also picking up DeAndre Swift. Love you, Ian. That was a major win. I cannot believe I scored DeAndre Swift off the waivers.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. DeAndre Swift has been great ever since those first 3 horrible trash games. It's like,
I love you, Ian.
Happened?
I'm sorry, man.
Poor Ian. Ian's team is just so sad now. Everything is falling apart except for Baker Mayfield
and Travis Kelce. Yeah. Yes, he got a great. We'll talk about his team in a minute, but what do you think about this squad here?
So I only have you 2nd because at this point there's no real disadvantage in my eye. I think that there's just a team that has a slightly better, some slightly better upsides to it at the moment. And that depends because, I'll get to that.
Yeah, you'll get to that.
Lamar Jackson is terrifying. I am experiencing that firsthand right now.
Sorry, buddy.
And he happened to throw a touchdown to his tight end, which did make me kind of sad, But yeah, I am very scared of who I've come to know as the Thanos of the fantasy football quarterbacks these days, where it's just it ends the game. Like, I just remember seeing Amanda almost having beat you, and then Lamar scored like a 40-point game, and you won. but it was like you had like a 10% chance on the fantasy thing. Of course, that's like not a very great indicator because a lot can happen. But man, this guy is just terrifying.
Just,
James Cook has been very good.
mm-hmm.
I would say he's a little bit of a lower end running back one, but he's still a running back one.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
He's got
No real
upside.
complaints with James Cook.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I don't know. Terry McLaurin, like you say, very overperforming, right?
I've never really believed in him, but I'm not complaining.
I mean, you kept trying to trade me him at the beginning of the
2 catches, 19 yards, but 2 touchdowns. So cool.
Yeah. I just remember you tried to trade me like you wanted Brian Thomas and you tried to give me Brian Robinson and Terry McLaurin and like Samaje Perine for 3 of my players, and it was just like maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have put Dalton Kincaid in there because he's basically got me no turnover because I just traded him for Jordan Addison, who I've dropped recently. So, like Terry McLaurin, I'm like, man, that has just had way too much random upside. No one was expecting that. I just randomly watched a short recently that was like before the season started, and he's like, don't draft this one wide receiver. And it was Terry McLaurin. He was like, you shouldn't draft him because he's never been good. And, there was just so many random points he brought up. And I was like, this aged very poorly because Terry McLaurin has been great. Mm-hmm. And like you say, like with that Brock Bowers for Amon-Ra and Tucker Kraft trade, that was a good trade for both of us in the sense that, like you don't really have the worry at wide receiver as much because of Terry McLaurin being there. Mm-hmm. If Terry McLaurin wasn't doing so well, then maybe you would have a little bit of a problem on your hands. But and also then you have Brian Thomas too. Maybe that's not even a problem because Brian Thomas has been doing way better than people. I mean, that's the thing is he's a rookie, so people didn't know. And when you tried to trade for him, you told me straight out saying, well, he's a rookie. So he's got that hidden potential to pop off and do really well. And he did, and he has. Mm-hmm. I mean, it hasn't been the best. He's had some down weeks, but he's on one of the weirdest teams in the NFL right now.
Super weird, yeah.
So with Trevor Lawrence as your main quarterback,
it's going downhill for him now. I think Lawrence is going to be out this week, but basically everything's gone well. And in my notes, I think basically the reason I put myself number 1 is I'm too lucky to lose right now. I've just been too lucky. Yeah. Nothing, like almost nothing has gone wrong for me. No injuries. It's been nice. Mm-hmm. Why don't we, any other thoughts? I think we should keep moving.
Yeah, we can keep moving. Your team is just good. It's there's nothing more to say about it.
All right. Father Boys Bishops. Ooh. I kept it solid. I put him number 3 also. Where you got him?
This was my number 1 team.
Oh my goodness. Let's see it.
Okay.
All right, you go ahead. I think I know why you're saying this, and I agree. Let's hear it.
So, Jordan Love has been solid. You don't need to worry much about quarterbacks, right? He's been pretty good when he's not dealing with a groin injury.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Like if you ignore those couple of games and the missed games, then it's not anything below 20 points, which is what you really want from a quarterback. And he's just been good. You don't have to worry about him. That's really all I have to say about him. Joe Mixon has been great when he's not been injured.
Yeah.
I don't really have many comments about him. I just remember being upset watching him overperform Breece Hall in that one Thursday night game because Breece Hall was not great in that game, but who can blame him because that's the number 1 run defense apparently. So, that was just... And again, then Drake London, good, right?
Oh my goodness. Yep.
He's been better than people thought, I think, too. He's been great as long as he's not having injury problems again. Like he was one of the highest ranked wide receivers on the Fantasy Footballers website, which I'm using for starting and sitting stuff. And, he did score 9 points, but that was because he got injured, right? Mm-hmm. Kincaid, no. Just I have had too many bad experiences with that guy as a tight end. I don't I think he's just so flaky,
He's
and I
trending
honestly
up.
think I really did not do a favor to like. I don't think either of us won that trade. Jordan Addison for Dalton Kincaid, like
No one cares.
I don't. I mean, I'd probably prefer to have Dalton Kincaid because I've been having some tight end problems on my team, but still, just neither of them have been fantastic. I'm not
Hmm.
very excited about Dalton Kincaid, and he's really the only rough spot on the team. But if you don't have a fantastic tight end, but still a decent tight end, then that's not a big problem as long as the rest of your team holds through. And
Hmm.
that's where you get to Christian McCaffrey and Nico Collins.
Yep, yep.
Christian McCaffrey should be back this week,
If you say I'm
and it's
like the
Christian
Thanos,
McCaffrey.
if I'm like the Thanos of the league, this is like the Captain Marvel of the league.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, pretty
coming in
much.
like no.
Yeah. I was saying Lamar Jackson has been the Thanos of the team. He's got the purple going on.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
that's a good analogy. I like it.
um Nico Collins, pretty darn good wide receiver. People kind of underrated him at the beginning of the season. Again, this keeps happening. And then he became for like a very brief time before he got injured like a top 5 wide receiver for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like you say, he's coming back this week. Both of those guys being in, plus Drake London, plus Joe Mixon, plus Jordan Love. As long as he doesn't have more injury problems, which you can't foresee that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then this team is terrifying to me. Like
Oh yeah, the ceiling is there.
the ceiling is so high on this team, which is why I put it that high. I don't like the bench though. That's what I have to admit. Um, that's what the edge that your team has where I can kind of see, yeah, and you put that team above where yours has a way better bench because a lot of players have turned out. But like Russell Wilson, Blake Corum, if Kyron gets injured, Christian Kirk is gone, he should probably drop him.
Yeah, he should.
Cole
What's he
Kmet.
doing?
I mean, actually, Cole Kmet's been like almost overperforming darn Dalton Kincaid to some extent. Not been as consistent in the at least 6 points scoring, but
Yeah, for sure. Mind if I
yeah.
jump in here? Yeah, this. I mean, Montgomery and Dowdle are good bench pieces, and they can definitely fill
Mm,
in gaps here. Um, as long as he can stream good quarterback matches, yeah, he can definitely win.
mm,
You're banking. I put him a little lower because you're banking on McCaffrey and Collins coming in and being what they were. Collins was
mhm,
the number one receiver, and McCaffrey has always been the number one running back. But see, I've got some trauma with Christian McCaffrey. There were 2 years in a row I drafted him with my number one overall pick, and both seasons he went out instantly for the season. He has an injury history, and I am just so scared that he is not going to ever be who he was. Achilles
mm.
tendonitis? That sounds like a permanent health condition. I don't know about. I know everyone's excited, and I'm terrified of him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's so many risk factors, and Drake London's injured right now. I just
Yeah. He
it
should play.
needs, if this team comes to full form, it will crush everybody. But I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of risk factors.
I just like that full form potential because my team has done a lot of crap and it's gotten too far past the full form that people could have expected from it at the
Hmm.
beginning, especially with everything that's happened. And we'll get there, but like I just like the potential that's there, and I see a lot of potential. I don't know. I think I'm maybe like you say, might be overestimating that stuff, but yeah, like you say, if it comes to full form, then it can crush. I mean, like again, there are a lot of people that will tell you to keep backup running backs on your bench just because some running backs play such a
I
pivotal
know, but
role.
in
Like
this
Kyron has
league,
essentially been.
no, no. The reason that Brian has Blake Corum is because Blake Corum played for Michigan, and Brian is more of a college football fan than an NFL fan. And
Oh,
this was a criticism we gave Brian at the start of the year, and he took it personal. He's played really well up to this point, but he is keeping some of his home field or home college favorites. I see you, Brian. I see you. You should drop Blake Corum, man. You should drop Christian Kirk, man. But otherwise, he's
well,
doing fantastic.
I mean, listening to the Fantasy Footballers podcast, like maybe he's not doing it for this reason, but Blake Corum is the backup to Kyron
I
right
know.
now,
Yeah, if
right? So
Kyron
if
goes
Kyron
down, then cool.
breaks an ankle, then Blake Corum's going to be fantastic.
We
Potentially,
just
but we've never seen what he can really do. So
yeah,
depends, right?
we just don't really have. There's not that many bench spots. Like there's better players on the
Mhm.
waiver wires, I think.
Yeah.
But to each their own. I'm not saying he can't do it. Um,
Mhm.
he can do whatever he wants. Let's keep moving. We need to try to get through these.
Yeah.
The more the Marier. Where do you
Oof,
got the more the
okay.
Marier?
I have to look at my rankings now.
I
I
kept
didn't have
him.
this part memorized.
This was kind of hard. I actually went ahead and oh gosh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm putting him a little lower. I'm making a mid show adjustment. I can't do it. Sorry, John. I'm putting you number 6. That's where I'm putting him. Where are you putting
Ooh,
him?
if you're saying sorry, man, I have to really apologize to John because I put him number 8.
Oh my goodness. This was supposed to be John's season, man. We had big hopes. All right.
Hmm.
Here, let's alternate. You start this time.
Okay.
Or did you start last time?
Really?
Well,
Oh yeah, I did start
it's
last time.
my
You can
turn
go
to
ahead.
my turn to start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He was trying to trade away Joe Burrow for scraps at the beginning of the season, and I should have taken him up on it, dude. I should have. Oh my gosh, because I've been so sick of Joe Burrow for the last few years. We all know he can do it, but he always gets off to a slow start, and then he gets injured, like literally most of his career. And now he's finally back, and he's killing it. Tyreek Hill, everything should finally start coming back together. The bona fide number 1 wide receiver in fantasy from last year. It all should start coming back together. TJ Hawkinson, you know what? This guy could become the number 1 tight end because he was killing it last year. DJ Moore, it should start working out. He's got like the number 1 wide receiver schedule. There are so many shoulds for this team. Josh Jacobs has been good, and he should continue. I just feel like so much has gone wrong. I mean, Pacheco coming back would be really nice for him. But the thing is, like, I just see too much up and down. And I keep seeing situations where, John, I think you might be starting the wrong guys over and over, and there's no way you can accurately predict them. That decision, like he messaged me last week, he had like 6 wide receivers to choose from for his final flex spot. And it's just so hard to figure out which one to put in. And I don't see like the massive upside in much of any of them. I was trying hard to get DJ Moore earlier this year, and he kept turning me down, and I'm thankful he did. Dude, you get saved so much more often, it seems, by people who reject your trades than people who accept your trades. It's like the weirdest
Oh
thing.
yeah,
But I cannot believe how poorly DJ Moore is doing. It's crazy.
it
Anyway,
is crazy.
I think if you on paper this team looks great, but in the context of 2024, I'm really worried. My only last thing about Tyreek Hill, he should come back to form, but Devon Achan's taking all the work, man. I think there might be too
Mhm.
many weapons on this team to give Tyreek the ceiling he used to have. I don't know. There's my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow is the real bright spot on this team for me. He's been great. He's been like very. I mean, like I don't know. He's except for that
Oh
one
no,
game where
look.
Joe Burrow.
It's back. Joe Burrow's going down, guys. It's happening.
He's got soreness in his left arm. That's a season-ending injury, right?
Sorry, continue.
Um, yeah, I like Joe Burrow a lot. John reached out to me with a very desperate trade yesterday because he wanted a running back that wasn't Khalil Herbert, and I was very tempted to try to be like, okay, I'll give you Rashad White, but I'm gonna throw Kyler Murray in there, and you're gonna give me Joe Burrow. It was like. I was like, I'm gonna try to, and I was like, no, I'll just take
Ooh.
whatever he gave me. He already gave me a desperate enough trade where I was like, yeah, I'm kind of robbing him by taking the trade that he offered me.
What
I
was
mean,
it
it
again?
depends.
Who'd
It's
you
not
get?
necessarily. I got Jacoby Myers and Sam Laporta
Yeah.
for Rashad.
Yeah, he's selling off his assets, man, you know.
Uh-huh.
It all banks on Hawkinson now.
Yeah, Hawkinson's got to be as good as he was last time, but he's just coming off a big injury, right? He's probably very rusty, and he
Yeah.
might be a great tight end, but it might take a little bit, like kind of what you said with McCaffrey and Nico Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's kind of rough. Tyreek Hill, like you say, should. There are a lot of shoulds with Tyreek Hill, but he has not been doing that. He's after Tua came back, he's been getting 10 points.
Yeah.
And that's 2 games, so I can't say that much, but we'll see. DJ Moore, I have no confidence in him. Josh Jacobs is one that's been a little underrated in my opinion, but like he tried to trade me like Josh Jacobs and Laporta for Brees Hall, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't value him quite that much.
Mm-hmm.
But Jacobs has been decent for all purposes. Like all things considered, John's team should have been great, but he's had a lot of bad luck. Like you say, if Pacheco comes back, it should be good. But Pacheco broke his leg, right? It was something like that. And that's really, as a
Fibula.
running back, fibula, yeah, like that's not an easy injury to just walk off as a running back. And yeah, he might be recovered, but how is that going to affect his game?
I don't know if
I don't
boys
know,
have
even if he
fibulas,
does
dude.
come back. What?
I don't know. I don't know if boys have fibulas, dude. I think that's something that girls have.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. What's going on with Isaiah Pacheco? That's pretty weird right there. A little wacky. But yeah, I don't have much confidence in Isaiah Pacheco coming back, and if he does, I don't know if he'll be anything close to the same. I just don't like how this team has turned out. He's had so much bad luck,
Mm-hmm.
and like he said there was one time he was saying, "Okay, I'll give you any wide receiver on my team for Kenneth Walker," and I was like, "Tyreek
Wow.
Hill?" And he was like, "No, no, Tyreek Hill will be better," and I'm like.
But will
You know, it would
he?
be funny if, like you say, I'd be glad that at the end of the year he rejected my offer for Kenneth Walker for Tyreek Hill. On paper, that sounds like a horrible trade for him. In reality, there's a big possibility that could have honestly been a good trade for him,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't want to embrace that possibility. There's definitely a big hope that Tyreek Hill pulls out and could be a bright spot on the team. Like he had a good game week 1, but I'm just like, what's going on with this dude?
Yeah. This has been a very disappointing season for John. I think he's disappointed. He's battled hard to keep afloat, and I think he can.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can make a playoff run and even win in the right context. He just needs some people to step up and be reliable for
Yeah.
him.
I mean, like, if
Um,
he got Pacheco back, that might make the world for him. If Tyreek comes back, period. If Rashad White realizes some of that, like, top 4 running back potential that he had before,
mhm.
could become a big thing. And I could really regret that trade that I made for Rashad White there. But
No, I think you won the trade because the
yeah.
new coaching staff is saying it's like they're okay with it being a big timeshare between him and the other running backs. So
Oh, him and Bucky Irving. Yeah.
and the other guy, there was a third one. I
Is
forgot
it
his name.
seen Sean Tucker?
Sean Tucker. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He had
Hmm.
that, like, 32-point game a couple weeks back. And that was like, the top running back that week. That was crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
that's not great.
let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Let's do one more and then we're gonna take a quick break and we'll finish up. Alphabet soup. Where do you have alphabet soup? You can start on this
Ooh,
one.
okay, let's see. Alphabet soup.
Mm.
I have this team at number 10.
Oh my goodness, Robbie, the disrespect. Let's see. I'm only a little better than you. I actually have her at number 8. So we got some teams falling out of grace here. But okay. You think Amanda's going down the tubes here. Let's take a look. You start. You better explain yourself.
Okay. Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley are fantastic. Everything else is Ooh. There's nothing in the wide receiver position right now. She picked up Wandale Robinson, so I assume that's her intention with it. Stephon Diggs isn't coming back ever. Chris Godwin, I don't think he's coming back. He might be, but it's going to be a while if he
No, I
is.
think he's out for the season.
Yeah. Amari Cooper has not done much on the Browns, not on the Browns, on the Bills since
Mhm.
then. It feels like Khalil Shakir is
Yeah,
getting everything
it's true.
as far as wide receiver. Like he's a star wide receiver. He should be by all means getting everything, but no, it's been Khalil Shakir.
Yeah,
I
clear
cannot
Shakir. Yeah,
keep
yeah,
my
for sure.
names straight. Evan Ingram is actually a pretty good tight end this year. Otherwise, Bucky Irving is kind of an interesting thing, but just it's not a great situation right now. And sure, if Saquon Barkley and Josh Allen collectively have like 250-point games, then yeah, she's going to explode again because this team has been monstrous before.
Mm-hmm.
But like Chris Godwin was really good when he was actually there, but he should be dropped. So
Yeah,
should Stephon Diggs, really. Like it's
yeah,
just
it's true.
both of them are gone. That's two really good wide receivers gone. And
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, I would have had her higher, but having to put Wandale Robinson, I've been there. It's not good.
I've been there. Oh man, thanks for your honest thoughts, man. I pretty much agree with you. She's got, I think these three on the top are really solid. Um,
Yeah.
the real issue is just management. Like Amanda needs to get on. Just honestly, if she got on one time, took a good solid look, dropped her players that are out for the season, picked up a couple new ones off of waivers, and just stuck them in the lineup. Especially since most of her team's on bye, like she's getting 3 players back off of
Yeah.
bye. You know what? Jerry Jeudy is the #1 receiver on the team with Jameis Winston. I'm not saying he's like, um, Malik Neighbors or anything. I'm not saying he's Tyreek Hill, but 8 targets, 11 targets, he might just be a nice little foreplay. She could use some players
I'm
that
not.
are gonna not suck to
Uh,
prop up big performances from her other players. Because man,
yeah.
Barkley's been incredible this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've heard people say he's probably the #1 asset in fantasy. I'd say it's between him and Jamar Chase right now.
Pretty
So,
much,
yeah,
yeah.
it's big thing there. I think the only thing is with Jerry Jeudy, like that's not going to be a big deal on that team, but I think I'm kind of starting to. I mean, like you said, he has more targets on their team, but Cedric Tillman's been doing a lot better
Mm-hmm.
performance wise with the targets that he's getting
Yeah,
on that team. And I'm kind of seeing him right now as the kind of, in a sense, as far as fantasy goes, top wide receiver on the Browns with Jameis Winston at
sure.
quarterback.
I'm not shooting high here, man. I'm just shooting for like,
Mhm.
hey,
Yeah,
give me
something.
5 points minimum, please.
Yeah,
If she can do that
do
with
that.
her flex positions, I think she could do all right, but I do see her
Yeah.
falling out. We
Uh-huh.
both have her pretty low, but you have her falling pretty far.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Let's take a brief break and then we will come back with the final picks on our dark horse teams. And we are back with the number 6 team currently in the league, Dumbledore's Army, led by Kaylee Bowen. Let's see, where do I got her? Where'd you put her, Robbie?
I think I put her at #6.
Kept her right where she is. Okay, you have her making
Yep,
playoffs.
I do.
Awesome. I have her
What
at
do you
number
say?
7. I have her winning the lower bracket, not making it into playoffs. Let's see, my turn to start
Okay.
on this one. So, this was the team that I put as the #1 team coming into the year. I predicted that Dumbledore's Army was going to win the whole thing. James Conner has been an incredible surprise for how late she got him. One of my biggest draft
Mhm.
regrets. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I took Terry McLaurin over him. And actually, McLaurin's #7 wide receiver on the year, so maybe not so much. But he had a great
I didn't know
start.
that.
Um, Trey McBride, as far as tight ends go, has been really good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's been great. Yeah, not many tight
This year
ends.
has been crazy.
Not many tight ends are doing well. Cooper Kupp was about to be incredible, and now he's back to being incredible. So that's pretty cool. Um, her and Malik Neighbors has been great. She's got some great
Mhm.
pieces. Well, he hasn't been so great since coming back,
Yeah,
but he started out
it
really
just
hot.
depends. Uh-huh. Very hot. Yeah.
Anyway, my notes were that she has a great roster, there's quarterback issues for surezies. Dak Prescott's out for the year, and now it's just Jared Goff. And I don't agree. I think he's incredibly unreliable. And this is the guy that I won my league with last year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching those games. I know that anytime that they get up to the goal line, they want to run the ball in. They don't want Jared Goff
Yeah.
throwing it. So even though he can do it, they don't want him doing it. Chase Brown, I think, was an incredible steal, but we got some guys down here that probably need to be dropped.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Like
yeah. So maybe there's a bit of a lack of management this team is suffering from, but the core of the team is still strong enough to win games. I think a
hmm
little bit of management and some trades, this team could still make playoffs and do well. But what do you think?
Yeah. Um, I think I like Jared Goff a little bit more than you say. I see what you mean. You definitely have the edge on like that stuff there. I think it's just like he's not been overly bad this year. I think he's been quite reliable when Kaylee's been having a lot of problems with her main quarterback situation with Patrick Mahomes and then Dak Prescott. And it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be rough without Dak. That's why she's a little lower. But I feel like there's a decent floor with this team. Trey
Mm.
McBride is a really good tight end. Cooper Kupp is a really good wide receiver. Malik Neighbors, in theory, is a really, really good wide receiver. I say in theory because I'm just a little thinking that people after those 3 games were like, whoa, here's this guy. And 3 games is a lot for a
Mm-hmm.
rookie. So, yeah, I think that's fair that a lot of people were saying that. But it's still, he's a rookie, right? You can't make a bunch of big assumptions immediately. And also, he's on one of the hardest teams to play for, the
Oh
New
my
York
goodness,
Giants.
you feel so bad for him, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I just, I bet he really wants to leave that offense right now with how good of a player he is, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I like Malik Neighbors. I think he's a pretty steady wide receiver overall. I think Chase Brown should almost always probably be put in that lineup instead of Brian Robinson at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I like Chase Brown a lot at this point. I don't like Brian Robinson as much as I used to. I think that he's a very solid play, usually. Like, if you really want that floor play, but he's not going to get you that potential ceiling ever.
Mm. Can I share with
That's
you,
what
Robbie?
unless,
Can
like,
I?
everybody else is out. Like, that one 18-point game, Austin Eckler was gone, I think. And he did pretty well, but I was kind of like, I want a really big game out of him without his other secondary running back. And nope, it was
Mm.
still a good game. That's his best game all season.
Can I share with you, Robbie? The probably one of the biggest reasons I wanted to trade him away to you, even though he was doing great.
Mhm.
He's got a mobile rushing quarterback, and
Yeah,
I thought that Jaden Daniels was going to take away a bunch of Brian Thomas Robinson's touchdowns.
hmm
I don't know how much that's been true this year. They've used him a lot, but I don't know. I just didn't see the ceiling.
yeah. So yeah, I agree. I don't. I mean, he's fine. Like he's not. I'm not excited about him, but I'm not saying he's a bad piece. He's a really good piece to have. Keon Coleman is actually kind of an interesting piece to have on your bench. He's been very intriguing with that Bills offense.
Mm-hmm.
He's honestly been better than Amari Cooper
Mm-hmm.
on the Bills, which has
Sure
been
has.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a bad flex position. I think there's a lot of depth on this team now. Not very much star power, I think. I mean, depending on how you view Malik Neighbors, I mean, he can be very iffy because of the rookie thing. But otherwise, I like this team. I think it's very solid, but it's not very exciting. If that's, I think it's very stable, which is why it has that variable to be between like the 6th and 7th team
Yeah.
constantly.
I think if Dak Prescott weren't injured, I would have put this team a little higher. That really sucks.
Yeah, yeah, that really. I mean, how long is he out for? Do you think?
They're thinking IR, so probably 4 weeks at least.
Hmm.
That's like the rest of the regular season.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah. he would only be able to play in playoffs for Kaylee. That's a
One
bit
game
rough,
and then
but
play. I think 15 is when it starts.
mm, yeah,
Yeah.
that is when it
So
starts.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to your team, newly named the Fellowship of Early Picks. Where do you have yourself, Robbie?
I have myself at number 4.
Hoo hoo hoo! I like it.
A little high on my own team, I feel like.
I also have you there.
Yep.
I also have you there. Oh, let me say I won't talk about your team, but just talking about you. Having you in the league has been my personal favorite part of the season. You have been so active, talking to everyone. I think you've really changed the culture of our league. It's been really fun to watch you like learn on the go, and you're not in playoff right now, but I think you will be, and I think you'll make a pretty strong run, if not potentially win the whole thing, which to be honest would make me very upset if you just came in, drafted Kyler Murray 101 and won the league. But you would have earned it because you have put so much effort into building this team up. So go ahead and
Yeah.
talk about it, and I'll give you my thoughts
Ooh.
after.
I mean, I have to say, I feel like my team has been built up so that Kyler Murray can fail as much as he wants to, and the rest of the team will just explode for me. Like, I just
Yeah.
want to be so loyal to this really stupid round 1 pick that's becoming a joke for me, Kyler Worry.
Mm-hmm.
He's making me worry a lot with that 5-point game. It
That
was
was.
like, it's just so hard to start Matthew Stafford over that round 1 pick, and I so regretted it against the Bears. But
Oh, you got the
I
sunken
mean,
cost fallacy, my friend.
yeah, it's I that's the problem there. But that's the thing is I feel like I've gotten those 2 really good trades. I believe, traded more than any player on our league
Oh
at
yeah,
this point.
for sure you have. Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, I think I really like my team, honestly. I really like a lot of prospects on my bench, even. But like having Brees Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, uh, Puka Nakua, and Kenneth Walker
Mm-hmm.
for like those positions are just so stacked. Like
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth Walker has been great, except for that 6-point game. I don't know what was going on there, but he's been great. Like there's no complaints with him. I was going to be sad with him in that last game, but he did end up getting 12 points, which isn't half bad, really.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Downs has been a lot more exciting. Puka, man, like, it is just such an emotional roller coaster with this man. Like, he gets injured immediately, then he comes back out of nowhere. No one was expecting him to, and he does good. And then in the very next game, when everybody's really getting excited about him, he throws a punch. Like,
Mm-hmm.
now he's the world-class boxer on my nickname thing. I think I got that nickname right there. But I'm excited about him. I had him on my team last year. It was the one thing I really remembered about my team last year, so I was excited to draft him this year as my round 2 pick and in spirit my real round 1 pick. Oh, there's the video.
I haven't
Oh
seen it
boy.
yet. I don't know what this guy's doing. Just let it play, bro. Oh, is he down there? He must be down there just punching that guy. Yeah, right down there.
Yeah, right there.
He just punches him. That's funny. Okay.
It's so wimpy though. It's just like And if you look at a little bit before that, the Seahawks defensive player just goes up to him and gives him this like super heavy push, and then Puka just is fighting back, and then gets a game-ending suspension there. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like this player a lot. He's probably one of my favorite football players. Period.
Oh, he's great. I love him.
There was like I had like this nickname with so much lore. I named him Saint Fat and Chubby because in Samoan, Puka means fat and chubby, and he's actually his family is Mormon, so or a Latter-day Saint. So
Look
there's
at
a little
you,
bit of lore
man.
behind that
That's
nickname.
that's
And then I
cool. I
just
like
settled
that.
with the boxer because he earned it.
See, you have put so
But
much effort into this team. I love it.
oh yeah, it's just a fun team. Like the running back and wide receiver positions are just absolutely off the walls broken.
Hmm.
Um, Tight end is a little bit more questionable, but like if either Tucker Craft or Laporta end up being solid for me, then I'm happy. I'm probably gonna drop Gesicki. It was more for this one game tight end streaming thing that I had
Hmm.
going on. Um,
Well, it was a fun Thursday night matchup against you
yeah,
for me.
I'm toasted on that just because of one Lamar Jackson blowing up. But yeah, um, I really hope Kyler Murray ends up to not be the most disappointing round one pick ever, but he has been just this player of being able to, it doesn't matter who he's playing. It's just like depending on how he wakes up in the morning, he decides to either be this like savant quarterback where he can just do anything he needs to do for his team and is
Hmm.
the center brain piece of the team, and it's amazing. And then the other times he's just, oh man, it's just sad. It's like, I mean, even in the last game, it wasn't that he was playing bad. It's just that his team didn't need to do anything.
Hmm.
It's like the Bears were kind of the same deal, except it was their whole team just waking up and deciding not to play. And they just got run on the whole time by like trash running backs on the Cardinals thing. And I don't know.
Something
This guy
that's
scares me.
yeah. Any more thoughts on your team?
Yeah, we're good.
No. Yeah. You have star power all across the board. Your big problems are really just you need to figure out your quarterback and tight end. But Brees Hall has an incredible schedule going down the stretch.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a feeling you're going to win enough games to make it into playoffs. You've been looking at playoff schedule to try to make sure you've got a good chance at actually winning those games. Something that I'm really upsetting spaghetti about is that Kyler plays the Rams in finals week, and that's the kind of
Yeah.
matchup that you could win your whole league with.
Yeah. But he also plays like New England and Carolina. It's like,
Right, you just got to get to finals.
yeah.
Um, yeah, Kenneth Walker's going to come back, and you know what? You don't really have a good guarantee at tight end, but
Oh, I don't.
you have three pretty good options, and you could just stream the position, go with matchup.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I tried to do that with Gasicki, but I don't know about Gasicki anymore.
you've done a great job, and
Thank you.
well, I would say good luck, but no luck for you. Go back down to the lower brackets. Stay away. And I say that out of
Mhm.
respect. Okay. Next,
Ooh,
we currently in eighth place, trying to claw her way up, is Fiddly Figgy. I have her at fifth place. Where do you got her?
that's a really, I don't know. This is kind of interesting to say. I have her at 7,
Okay.
but that might not be great. We'll see. We'll see here.
All
But
right. Let's see. Fiddly Figgy. Um, this team has definitely fallen below expectations in many ways. Kyle Pitts had a slow start. Um, Brock Purdy slash Jay Daniels have both delivered some bust games that I think Heidi's been kind of the on the receiving end of.
mhm.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. Um, and Olave, I think, has been one of the biggest problems on this team. She just kept starting him like you would expect. He kept giving hope and then kind of just letting her down. It's been really rough. But now he's pretty much out for. I don't know if he's out for the year or not, but I don't know. Oh, and Ramondre Stevenson definitely had some really bad ones.
Yeah.
So this team's been so up and down. Um, and, the manager, Heidi, was pretty disheartened at times, and she was asking me, like, what should I do? And I'm like, you got really good schedules and really good players going forward. I think just ride it out. And she's won a few. She's starting to come back. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I got some hope that this team will do better and make it into playoffs and make a run. I do worry that there's just not that much upside, but a pretty high floor with Bijan and Kyron. Bijan, see, in the offseason, they said they were going to give him Christian McCaffrey level usage. Why did I listen to the coaches? I would have totally taken Bijan if Heidi didn't take him. But he is totally splitting the workload like 60-50 or 50-50, 60-40 with yeah, the other
Tyler
guy.
Algier.
Yeah, Algier, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Bijan's doing better now. And Kyron's been awesome. I've wished I've picked up Kyron sometimes.
I know. He was a 3rd-round pick.
I think so. Yeah. Second or third. I think it was a second
Yeah,
round
I've looked
pick.
at the draft like 50 times. He was her 3rd round.
Was it third
I
round?
think.
That's insane. That's
He
right. He
was-
fell super far. I
Yeah, it was
forgot.
Bijan, Olave, and then Kyron.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, for sure. So anyway, yeah. I think she's got bright days ahead. This roster, top to bottom, looks good. I don't see any really big weak links. But I don't know where the ceiling is, you know? That's my take.
Okay, I kind of have like a different thing. I absolutely love this team. It's just the wide receiver position is just tough because there are so many good running backs. Like it's just such good depth and strength at that position. I don't like Brock Purdy much, but I love Jaden Daniels. A lot of people are saying he's going to be like the 3rd quarterback this year. That's a really good quarterback to have gotten in like very late rounds. That was
Yeah.
a steal
Oh, definitely.
for this year.
Mhm.
Jaden Daniels is fantastic this year, and the thing like Iron, he's easily like ended up being one of the round 1 picks that you could have argued for over Bijan easily.
Mhm.
And I don't know, like Kyle Pitts has been iffy, but he's had some decent games as of late. There was one bad one very recently, last week, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
pretty
12,
bad.
8, 10, 23, he's had, he seems like he's picking up steam a little bit.
Yeah, he is, I think.
Um,
And he got injured
I mean,
last
he did
game.
get-
That wasn't totally his fault.
yeah. I don't know. J.K. Dobbins was a late round steal.
Yeah, he
He's been
was.
great.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ramondre Stevenson now. I've heard a lot of videos that tell me that Ramondre Stevenson is a good trade target. I don't want him, but he's been interesting, and he could be a potential to throw into a flex position. The thing with this team is that, like I say, it's just not great at wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like George Pickens, but George Pickens has been very iffy.
Yeah.
Like I remember one game he was supposed to do really good, and he just got outperformed by another wide receiver on the Steelers, and there's always just potential for that.
Okay.
So
I hear you. Now let me show you. Here's his games on the season. Let me show you all the games he's had with Russell Wilson. There. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Russell Wilson's always been known for throwing big, deep balls, and that's what George Pickens is good at. So I recognize he could put up a total like 2-pointer on a week, but I also think he's got a big ceiling.
Yeah, there's potential there for sure.
Oh.
Can't deny that.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's continue on. And yeah, love Purdy the guy, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about his fantasy output. She's got to pick the matchups. Skibbity
I've even heard
doodah.
people.
Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
a skibbity doodah. Oh, okay, this is a fun one.
All right,
for
you
me.
get to start with your brother. Where'd you put him?
I put him at 5.
Nice. I put him at 10.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, buddy. I have my reasons, but you start, Robbie.
Yeah, I can see like the reason behind that for sure, but we'll get
Just
there.
5
I like
chances.
Sam Darnold a lot. Sam Darnold has been impressive. Like I don't know, but also like I've talked to Isaac a lot about his team.
Mhm.
he just streams his quarterbacks, and he's totally cool with that. And he's at a good position to do that with Caleb Williams and Bo Nix,
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold. It's pretty good. Um, Jonathan Taylor has been very iffy, but I think he'll be great. I think he'll be fantastic. I also think he has a pretty good schedule going forward. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like if you look at that Buffalo, last time he played Buffalo, he got 50 fantasy points. That
Hmm.
was in 2022. That's a very interesting game to look at, but that's crazy. He's a good player. You can't ever down go down on Jonathan Taylor's
Mm-hmm.
or Taylor. Uh then AJ Brown is good. Jake Ferguson's been pretty consistent overall.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake Ferguson, yeah. Um yeah, I mean I feel like he's been a decently consistent tight end
Hmm.
to an extent. Like maybe I'm over exaggerating that a little bit. But he's been decent.
Hmm.
As far as tight ends go this year. But I like Tyrone Tracy, like I said. I like Chuba Hubbard. I
The
kind of
cupboard.
regret that trade that I made, but because I felt like Jonathan Brooks was going to take over a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really know that Rashad White was kind of already in the problem position that Chuba Hubbard is going to be facing, and who knows what's going to happen with Jonathan Brooks really.
Did you see this?
So
That they gave him a
4 years.
huge extension.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think I probably shouldn't have traded him away, honestly. He would have been great for a flex position where I have buys, but yeah, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like Chuba Hubbard. He served me very well in the past. Like Tyrone Tracy, like I said before. Hunter Henry has been great. Debo Samuel is like he's very unreliable these days, but like I don't know. I feel like he's got that potential there to do pretty well. He's definitely a good wide receiver, and Brandon Ayuk is out for the season. So
Yeah, that's fair.
there's going to be a little bit less target share, but Christian McCaffrey is back. So, we'll see. Jaden Reed, Isaac tried to convince me Jaden Reed was an alpha wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, and then the target share got so spread thin like butter. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like Jaden Reed as much as I thought I did. I was considering trading him Kenneth Walker for Jaden Reed.
Ooh.
I'm very glad I didn't do that.
Good job.
But I also like Kareem Hunt as long as Isaiah Pacheco isn't in. I think he's got a great team, honestly. Like I think the quarterback position is questionable, but he's very comfortable going in and out of those positions. And otherwise, it's kind of a powerhouse team on stuff. If you've got Jonathan Taylor, AJ Brown, Debo Samuel, Jaden Reed could still be a pretty good wide receiver. Kareem Hunt has been great as long as Pacheco is out. But yeah, I love it.
Nice. Yeah, good thoughts. I totally hear you. I think the overall reason I put him at number 10 is along the same reason I put myself at number 1. And I think Isaac's just too unlucky this year. I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to overcome. I'm calling it the Skibbity curse. I think from the moment he named his team Skibbity Doodah, it's been over. I'm sorry, buddy. I think your team has been tanked from the moment you'd made that decision with Skibbity Samuel. No, I get it. He's actually, his team's kind of gross, if I'm honest, but it's like statistically really good. He's pulled together a Suicide Squad, a band of misfits that can come together and win the league. Jonathan Taylor and AJ Brown, we all know the names. They're good, not just good. They're great players. Mm-hmm. They're great. These are the two stars. If there's any hope for this team, it's these two. AJ Brown being back is really important. Jonathan Taylor needs to stay healthy. Cool. He's got hope there. He can stream the quarterback position. Sam Darnold is great. He's got a couple other guys who Bo Nix he's the number 8 quarterback on the season. That was a good pickup. And Caleb Williams, I Isaac's in love with this guy. I don't know why. I would have dropped him and kept him dropped a long time ago. But between these
I
three,
mean, he did
he
score
can.
37 points when Isaac was playing me, and that was really sad.
That was pretty cool. Um, but he has to play good matchups. He can do that. Jake the Snake is pretty good tight end compared to what is out there.
Yeah,
Now that there's no Dak Prescott, I mean Cooper Rush will still be able to do well. I think he'll be fine.
he's
And
not going to be a Dolphins quarterback backup.
no,
Okay, good.
Tracy was a great trade for Target. We said he won that trade, and Chuba Hubbard, the cupboard. I think that was the best nickname of the entire season so far. Isaac should really make him the cupboard again. Number 7 running back on the season. It's insane.
Oh yeah,
Kareem Hunt picking him up. He has been insane. So I hear you. This team can definitely make it into playoffs and win. I just think he's gonna skibbity do down the drain instead. It's not gonna work. Something's gonna go wrong. Someone's gonna get injured, and it's just not his year. Sorry, buddy.
Ooh. I mean, at least he did have the really bad luck with Anthony Richardson just being a drop player.
Oh my goodness, we haven't even talked about Anthony Richardson. I can't believe he had to drop Anthony Richardson. Oh my goodness. That probably is. I'm probably the ghost of Anthony Richardson is sticking around this team a little bit too much in my brain.
Yeah,
Like he's not here anymore. It's okay.
he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Love you, buddy. All right. I wonder where we both put Ricky Town, population Ricky.
okay. I need yeah, probably there. Yeah, that's where I put him. Okay,
Yeah.
I had to make sure first.
All right, we didn't get spicy with the finals. All right, Ricky Town. Got to give Ian incredible credit for getting Baker Mayfield, number 3 quarterback on the season. I thought he was going to regress. I didn't think he was going to get better.
Yeah,
But he got better. He's been great. Travis Kelce, great. Actually, has been himself-ish. K. Dotton is so good that he's using him in the flex position. Now that all of
I dropped
Baker's...
Keenum.
you should have kept him. You didn't know that all the other wide receivers would get injured, huh?
I did not know that. No.
That helps.
Oh,
This team's got some good players. Kind of sucks for CD that Dak's out. Travis Etienne not doing so great. Biggest reason that Ian's not doing super well is for 2 reasons. One, he believed in CJ Stroud, who I said from the beginning I did not believe in, and everyone thought I was crazy. But lo and behold, number 17 quarterback on the season from a standstill quarterback that doesn't rush the ball at all. Who would have thought? And I wasn't expecting Joe Mixon to take over the offense either. And
yeah.
Second, he trusted T. Higgins. You can't ever do that. You just can't trust T. Higgins. I don't know why he did. I told him not to. He should have dropped him a long time ago. His team would have been better off, but here we are. Oh, look at that. He's inactive again versus Baltimore, like he's been for the past 5 years of his career. Sorry, Ian. I think you'll beat Isaac, the cursed team, but I don't know if you're going to make it into playoffs. I don't know if Baker Mayfield's magic is going to keep holding out, man. That's my take.
I'm gonna be honest. I think all Ian needs to do to win is just roster all of the Buccaneers, and then he'll just win. That's where he's at right now.
Maybe that's the best way. Yeah.
It was like, maybe I could trade Rashad White for Cade Otton. I wanted to do that for a second. I was like, he's not going to do that. Cade Otton's going to be way better than Rashad White. But man, I feel so bad for Ian. Like everything you said about Isaac's team, that's how I feel about Ian's team. It's like, except for Baker. Baker is the bright spot. It's been insane seeing how Baker has done.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think Ian has been the best player as far as picking up, like predicting who's going to be good off of waivers. Like Baker, Jordan Mason, Kate Otten, those are all amazing. His
That's true.
draft was
Yeah,
not
Jordan Mason's
nearly
been
as
good.
pretty as the that stuff. Like Travis Etienne, right? The number 3 running back last year has been horrible.
Oh yeah.
He has done nothing.
Yep.
Tank Bigsby has taken over. You just tried to trade me Geno Smith and Tank Bigsby for Kyler Murray.
Come
But like,
on, do it.
oh, I
Sunk
really
cost
hope Kyler
fallacy,
Murray is
bro.
slightly
Don't
better
do
than
it.
CeeDee Lamb should be a bright spot on this team. He's been interesting. And he's been pretty good. Yeah. Can't say too much about that, but it's hard with the quarterback out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Travis, decent, right? I think he's a little over projected. But he's not, like you say, you could make an argument that he's kind of back to himself. That might be true to an extent, but it's like he's not what people thought when there were certain people wanting to draft Travis as a round 1 pick before. That's not him. He's a good tight end, but not that. That's a little extreme.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Taylor.
this is right when Rashi Rice got injured after
Yeah.
week 3. So like he's now kind of forced to be his old self. He's forced to get hyper targeted. I think that's helped.
Unless DeAndre Hopkins just takes all of his targets away.
I was pestering Ian so badly to trade me Travis Kelce, and he would not do it. That was the right choice.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
I hate Travis Etienne for hurting poor Ian. Like,
yeah,
Travis Etienne
maybe
is like
ETN
one of
is
the biggest busts for me.
he'll be the new T Higgins for Ian.
Yeah.
Now I will say for Ian, the reinforcements are here. He's had Nick Chubb and Jonathan Brooks waiting on the waivers or waiting in the IR spot for a while. So there's a chance that he gets some super powered running backs to come in and help him out. And he can take ETN out of here, drop him into the waivers for someone else as a landmine.
Yeah.
But he's got to really find some ceiling in order to get back in the playoff mix.
His floor comes from Baker. Drury Lane. Or the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and just want to point out right here, like, let's see, it's not an uneven spread. Like we got, like, Ian is 6-12. John is 10-8. Like that's almost 50-50. Like 2 wins for Ian, 2 losses for Jonathan, and they are tied.
Yeah.
We still got 5 weeks left, I think, until playoffs begin. So there's time for things to get shaken up. But this is a really big battle right here, and 3 people with 9-9 records.
Yeah.
There's a 1-win difference between all 5 of these teams. So it's gonna be a real contest to see who can get into those top 6 spots.
Except you're gonna be slowing me down for now because I'm playing you with your crazy Thanos quarterback.
You could still win. You still could technically win. We'll see.
Just need DeAndre Swift to turn into his former self against New England and pull a Breece Hall.
All right, let's rock it through these last couple real quick. Let's not spend too much time on these. Aubrey Wan and Team Windrunner, our lovely Feyor power couple, have joined for the first time this year. We're very happy you both have joined. We have you in the last 2 spots. The question is, Robbie, who out of the couple is going to take the 11th spot?
For a while, I had Aubrey taking the 11th spot, but after seeing Jamar Chase and just hearing so many things, I put Bassett in the 11th spot.
Whoa! Well, I put Aubrey Wynn in it, so that'll be a fun bet between us. Which team is gonna place higher than the other?
Yeah.
Aubrey won. Why Aubrey won below? Let's just talk about them together. Why Aubrey won over Windrunner?
Ooh. Why Aubrey won over Windrunner?
Sorry, why Windrunner over Aubrey 1? That's what I meant.
Okay.
My bad.
I think Tua's not a fantastic quarterback, but he's slightly underrated, I feel like. Like, people talk about him as like a stream waiver wire quarterback. He's a little better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's got a lot of weapons, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He can do a lot with that.
That's true.
And Jamar Chase
Oh, yeah.
single-handedly just a beast. He's gonna
Where
be the
was
highest
this
scoring player.
last year when I drafted you, Jamar? Come on.
Yeah. But man, I could have drafted this guy. I drafted Kyler Murray instead, but I could have drafted Jamar. And I am regretting that every day. But yeah, I like Jamar Chase a lot. He's one of the only players I've seen that's 100% rostered and started
Mm-hmm.
in all leagues. But, you know, it's really hard having Brandon Ayuk out and Bassam never checking it. But the rest of, like, Garrett Wilson, oh man, my voice is dying. Dallas Goedert isn't a fantastic tight end, but he'll do.
Mm-hmm.
As long as those players stay healthy and he doesn't get another Brandon Ayuk, those are fantastic players. Like Garrett Wilson, that crazy catch that he made, that crazy touchdown, that was insane.
Oh my goodness, he's
Like,
so
he's
good.
a great player.
Look at that.
And he's still getting well targeted by Aaron Rodgers, even though he has his old buddy back, but who we'll talk about in a second here.
Mm-hmm.
I love this team aside from just the poor management, really. If it was more well managed, he has some of the best wide receivers in football. He has just so many good wide receivers. Scary.
I hear you.
Mm.
Let me talk about
Okay.
Aubrey Wan here. So the reason I'm putting her above is strictly because I'm assuming that neither team will have any management for the rest of the year. And I agree that I think if both had a full roster, this team is superior. But I think Trevor Lawrence will come back after missing maybe one game. Njoku's going to be back for the playoffs. And Jahmyr Gibbs has been pretty great. Very great, actually. So, such a shame that Alvin Kamara, number 2 running back, has been on her bench.
He was like a round 5 pick, and he's just sitting on the bench. He's not
Aubrey,
even in a flex spot over Jalen Waddle.
Aubrey, look at Robbie's face. Look what you're doing to him.
Like, I want to trade for.
I know. We want to trade for these players. We want to have some of these people in circulation. It's okay.
Yeah.
We love you both. We just we're happy you're here, and they both have expressed they're like, man, we got to be there next time. We got to draft our team. We got to try. I think they're just kind of chalking up this year to be a bit of a wash. So, I hope who's playing. Oh, that's right. They're playing each other. So I think Bassam's definitely going to beat Aubrey this week.
Without Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And just that 49-point
Oh my gosh.
Jamar Chase.
It's insanity. So
Basically 50 points.
All right.
Oh,
So there are our mid-season rankings. We're going to end off the night here with our dark horse picks. A dark horse team is a team that we both individually think could place far higher than we are projecting them. I'll start with mine. I have put Skibbity Doodah as my dark horse team because memes aside, woo-woo juju, bad luck, cursed Skibbity Doodah aside, you know what? I don't like Skibbity Doodah because I'm old. It's not part of my generation. I don't like the kids and their skibbity toilets and their Ohio Riz. But maybe it's time for the kids to take over. Maybe I'm old news. And maybe all those amazing players are going to show up and knock me out of playoffs after Isaac claws his way back from the grave.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
Skibbity Doodah is my dark horse team. How about you?
Okay. My dark horse team is, and maybe this doesn't quite fit the criteria for a dark horse, but it's Fiddly Figgy.
Okay.
So this team, it's just, I really like it. I feel like Jaden Daniels is a fantastic quarterback. The wide receiver problem is a little, but like you say, George Pickens is promising. And Tyron and Bijan are crazy. J.K. Dobbins is crazy. Just all these running backs and stuff. It's just, I would honestly disagree a little bit. I feel like the ceiling is really there. Because, like, Tyron is a running back that's shown he can get consistent 20-point games, potentially 30-point games. He's essentially been the Christian McCaffrey this year.
That's true.
Of, like, almost consistency. Like, I really like it. Bijan has been decent since a couple weeks ago or so.
Yeah,
like
he's really picked up for sure.
He's really picked up. I like this team a lot, and I still feel like, I think why it's a little farther down for me is you always have to consider how many wins and losses have these teams gotten. Like, Bassam's team, even if he started just managing it to death, just say hypothetically, then it wouldn't work out because he's lost so many games. All of the points he's gotten are just from scoring past the median. So it's like he can't really hardly contend no matter how hard he tries at this point. Whereas
that's fair.
This team is kind of, it was far behind when I put it there because I put it there before I played Heidi's team and I got wrecked. But it's a bit more contending now. It has a bit more wins. It has a bit more stuff, but it was still, that was bad. Still farther behind, So I felt like, okay, it's got to pick up a little bit of speed, but if it does that, then it can really be a contending team and really surprise there. But not as much surprising as your take there with the bad luck on the Ohio Skibbity Frizz toilet.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any final thoughts on the season?
I'm just so glad you invited me. I've been enjoying it. It's been very consuming. I've watched so many YouTube videos about who to start and sit every week. I get like everybody's opinions. I've just enjoyed it a lot. I feel like I've robbed a couple people, but I'm just so thankful that I could be here.
Well, that's part of the fun. We're really enjoying having you. You're definitely invited back next year. And the source, just so you know, the source I get Isaac might have said this. I listen to the Fantasy Footballers podcast. They're pretty enjoyable. It's good to play a video game and listen, or go on a walk and listen. Yeah, there's a lot of content out there, a lot to geek out about. And I'm going to promptly change my name to something related to Thanos after this podcast. I'm going to own it. I'm going to embrace it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do the outro music here. So it's playing now. And everyone, good luck rest of the season. Enjoy. And God bless you and God bless America.
Yeah.